CME Swiss has launched an innovative technology that enables digital health examination using spectral analysis in artificial intelligence. Its name is Analytical Cloud System, ERI. The system has three main components: a sensitive antenna which is connected to a computer, the computer, and software in the cloud. The ultra-sensitive antenna records subtle electrical emissions radiated from cells, tissues, organs, and molecules like hormones, enzymes, and neuropeptides. This electrical emission contains a huge amount of information about processes and metabolism in the cells and organs. In the video, we see the electrical emission of one living cell. The electrical emission, as an information carrier, has its origin in the elements that comprise matter. Each element has a specific number of electrons, and their motion generates an electric field. This electric field reflects not only the composition of the matter, but also the processes taking place in it. So everything that is created from these elements, such as molecules, cells, tissues, and organs, also has a unique microelectric field that reflects the specific properties of any given matter and its dynamics. Therefore, if an organ is healthy, its electrical emission always has the same course. If the organ is not functioning properly, this electrical emission will change because it already reflects different metabolic processes in the cells. There is a distant resemblance to the ECG. A healthy heart always has the same electrocardiogram, but if the heart is not working properly, its ECG is different. This means that based on this electrical emission, we can identify if the organ is healthy or not. The microelectrical emission is digitized inside the antenna into spectral dynamic markers. Here, a mathematical method is applied in the process of digitization. As a result, we get digitized biological data from individual organs, tissues, signal molecules like hormones, enzymes, and neuropeptides. In total, our software database contains more than 1 million reference markers for healthy organs. It is like an organ ID similar to Face ID,
Voice ID,
or Touch ID. Digitized markers are sent from the antenna to the computer, which has downloaded ERI software from the cloud. From a practical point of view, the patient holds the antenna for only 40 seconds in order to complete recording, digitization, and even analysis of the patient's condition. Using big data analysis, the patient's markers are compared against 1 million spectral dynamic reference markers from the database, and the software identifies major deviations. The outcome of the analysis is a complete screening of the patient's health condition, the exact location of pathology, and the identification of the main cause of the pathology. ERI is self-learning software that can analyze a big amount of data and find extremely broad connections related to the pathology. It tracks all related deviations and finally identifies the initial point as a main cause of the given pathology. In many cases, we find there signal molecules like hormones or neuropeptides, which are released during certain emotional conditions like stress, fear, anxiety, or aggression. The self-learning software needs big data to be more accurate. Currently, there are nearly 22 million scans in the cloud from more than 3 million patients and 4,758 active users of the system, a huge amount of data for AI to provide accurate results. Scanning of the patient can also be performed remotely, thanks to software located in the cloud. The patient just needs to have an antenna and software downloaded from the cloud. One interesting function of ERI is correction of pathology. The software knows exactly the pattern of electrical emission from a healthy organ and the current patient's state. If an organ doesn't broadcast the right signal, ERI software generates a correcting signal directed to the location of the pathology. The correcting signal is intended to restore the coherence of microelectrical emissions in order to renew so-called non-local connections between cells. This applies knowledge from the quantum mechanics of biological systems, which says that biological quantum systems show the effect of non-local interactions at the levels of atoms, molecules, and cells, whereas healthy organs show a high degree of coherence of microelectric emissions. This coherence represents a non-local connection between cells that maintains a consistent level of information for a given system. In addition to matter and energy, information is the third attribute of living systems. More detailed information can be found in the publication of the author of ERI technology, Dr. Igor Orzelski. Here is a link to the publication. What is the uniqueness of ERI? It is the only patented AI technology which digitizes microelectrical emissions of biological systems using spectral analysis in artificial intelligence, identifies causalities between a pathology and its main cause, provides non-invasive correction of pathologies. It is a unique platform for complex screening, monitoring of health, and prevention. There are ERI versions for patients and professionals. If you are interested in this technology, you can find more information on our website www.eri-digitalhealth.com. Under Projects, you will see that development of ERI technology is also supported by the European Union. If you want to test ERI or buy it, please contact us by email or by phone. We will be happy to advise and serve you. Apart from selling individual products, we are open to business inquiries for the whole technology, including patents and scientific know-how. We believe that ERI has a huge potential to improve global healthcare and significantly increase the quality of life for many patients.